If you want to rap or sing or whatever, don't become a part of the game. You know what? Listen to a song I called The Industry. And that pretty much explains, you know what I'm saying, what it's like.
You ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. Out there think this cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been naked in no room together with no.
The Jodeci or Puffy or ain't They been at my house. They all see me. They all know I'm a big nigga.
Yeah. Pulling no orgy type, doing none of that. Out there be doing, thinking you doing some flash. You in a room naked with some other, some broad looking at your and it's that gay, and you need to get on some other. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never pulling no train. We ain't no freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, Bun, because a lot of doing a lot of fugazi here, man.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper.
Anything done in the dark gonna come to the light. I ain't gotta expose them, because they exposing themselves every day and every night.
And Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the... When Ja said, you don't wanna come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You gotta use your mind. What they was doing with those plugs.
I know who let them models stick them dildos in them, and I know who did what, where, when, and why.
Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. You know, because at first you retire, you know, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay, I mean, it's all good.
Every day, new allegations about Jay-Z keep surfacing. And word on the street is that it's only a matter of time before he faces the same kind of exposure that Diddy is dealing with now. That's why this moment feels like the right time to revisit how the legendary artists, DMX and Pimp C, tried to sound the alarm about Jay-Z years ago. But here's the thing, anyone who's ever tried to expose the truth about the industry has either ended up gone or labeled as crazy. Every few years, people start asking the same question again. Is Jay-Z involved in something darker behind the scenes? And more specifically, did he have a hand in the downfall or deaths of certain rappers? DMX, who had long-standing tension with Jay-Z, spoke openly about how the music game changed when Jay became president of Def Jam. According to X, once Jay was in charge, artists who refused to play by his rules started to fade away. Or worse. Then, after DMX's passing, which many believe involved suspicious circumstances, Jay-Z's close associate Liar Cohen made comments at X's funeral that fans found deeply disrespectful. It left many wondering what Jay-Z's true feelings toward X really were. And then there's Pimp C. His death in 2007 has always been surrounded by mystery. Many fans believe it wasn't as natural as the official story claimed. Before he died, Pimp C was becoming increasingly outspoken, warning people about the darker side of the industry, and even mentioning Jay-Z directly. He hinted that powerful figures in the business were doing more than just producing music. They were allegedly pulling strings to silence. Anyone who spoke out? Some fans believe Pimp C knew too much, and that knowledge may have cost him his life. So the question remains, did DMX and Pimp C know something about Jay-Z that the rest of us didn't? Were they trying to warn the world about how the industry truly operates? And how does Jay-Z keep standing tall while so many around him fall?
Well, you know, Locks got signed by that. Even though I bought the Locks Store Brothers, you know, they got signed. They were a safer group. You know, Puff signed them. And it was a blessing and a curse because they were sure they were happy about getting signed first, and they were on the Benjamins and the shit was going. But then he made them jiggy and put them in suits and made them write lyrics for him and took all that publishing and like, damn. I'm glad I didn't, you know, like, you keep that. And we went to, like, as soon as they got signed, you know, D was like, yo, if you like the Locks, like, X is like Big Dog, like, those are the Puffs, like, you love it. And, you know,
and so I called them instantly because I knew y'all niggas at the house.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I'm excited. Got $1 million. This is it. Rockefeller is the shit. Hey, that's the shit. I called Pimp and these niggas fight. So I calmed them down. And once Pimp locked in, he was like, wait a minute, Rockefeller. Ain't that where Jay-Z at? I was like, yeah. And I didn't get the connection. I was like, he was like, tell him to take that check over to Tupac mama and give it to him for stealing all Tupac's shit. And I'm like, what?
I put him on that Pac life, boy. he went, once I let him hear that Tupac, he went on his mission for me.
Jay heard him say that, yo?
Yeah, Jay heard him. He heard him. Because I had to jump up and apologize for this nigga to clean that shit up quick. Because I was like, I didn't realize he was in the room. So when I seen Hov there, I was like, oh. And so I told him he had to come down and go see them and go talk to mama and go to lunch with, go to dinner with them and sit down and do it the right way, because that's just how them did. If you didn't sit down and eat dinner with him and his mama, he ain't gonna break bread with you. That was just the game. Like, that's how he was raised. He had studied music. It was different, man. He knew music from the Conservatory of Music of Art. He had studied from an orchestra standpoint. His mom had invested in his career. So to be who he was, so by the time people seen him, it was the counterculture of discovering hip hop and rap down there. And they were like a country version of Run DMC, him and Bun.
Great artists.
Or the
artists.
New Ghetto Boys. It was like Jay Prince had them as the New Ghetto Boys. That's what they were. And luckily, Nick moved to Atlanta. We was able to get him with Short, and Short just put the game down, and the rest was history.
Right.
So that caused a ruckus, because when they missed the first two Jay-Z albums because of it. And the next time around, I knew not to call Pimp, because him and Jazzy was beefing. And the Master P was beefing. I was like, he's beefing with everybody.
The rabbit hole around Diddy keeps getting deeper and messier every day. But he's not the only one under fire right now. His longtime friend Jay-Z is also catching serious heat. What's wild is that none of this is really new. Word on the street is that DMX and Pimp C were among the first to notice the shady moves both Diddy and Jay-Z were making in the industry. They tried to call it out. Sadly, neither of them lived long enough to tell the full story, which has led many to believe they might have paid the ultimate price for speaking out. A resurfaced interview of DMX has recently gone viral, where he spoke about how Diddy mistreated his artists. Some fans believe X was speaking metaphorically, referring to how Diddy cheated his artists out of money and recognition, but others are convinced he meant it literally. Now, with new allegations piling up, people are beginning to connect old dots and wonder if DMX and Pimp C's warnings were more real than anyone wanted to believe.
Like maybe 3 weeks after I got signed to Def Jam. He was like, yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
One of the biggest artists you ever had was had a real bad DMX.
I'm so sad. DMX, our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
Don't you think that's hypocritical though? You're saying the
it's
opportunistic.
Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
Come
money.
on, don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So, I don't know what to tell you. I won't be complicit.
In another interview, DMX revealed that Diddy initially rejected him for a deal at Bad Boy Records. But everything changed once Diddy heard what Def Jam was offering. Suddenly, Diddy switched up, practically begging X to sign with him instead. But here's where things get interesting. According to rumors, DMX wasn't feeling Diddy's energy at all. He had already heard whispers about shady things happening behind the scenes at Bad Boy, and that made him want to keep his distance. Many fans now believe that DMX's instincts were re-tanned that he might. V known far more about what really went on in the industry than he ever said publicly.
In the building because I boycotted the fam. So there was a competitive thing, but it was big love. He was so competitive with me. I never met a human being more competitive with me, like ever, not even my big brother.
So the race against time was that we all know X is a gremlin and reckless and looking for a wall. to crash into. X, if you listen to X, if you see X, his death is no surprise. If you listen to and you watched who and what X was.
Now let's talk about the long-running tension between DMX and Jay-Z, because this feud was simmering quietly for years before X passed away. While Jay publicly showed respect after X's death, many fans still believe there was deeper distrust between them that never faded. After DMX passed, Jay-Z appeared on LeBron James' show The Shop, where he downplayed their rivalry, saying it was all love and describing X as just a fiercely competitive person. He even laughed about their old clashes. But to many in the streets, it felt like Jay was trying to rewrite history, because those who followed their careers closely know that DMX never truly trusted Jay-Z or the power moves he made behind the scenes.
What happened was, like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album, and
Jay-Z
somebody
became
else takes
president.
over. Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, "Yo, dog, inmates is running the building." Like, "Yo, you good?" Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Vacation and we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know?
But here's what Jay-Z conveniently left out, according to DMX himself. It was Jay who started playing dirty back in 2004, when he took over as president of Def Jam. That's when everything began to fall apart between them. DMX had been holding it down for the label for years, dropping 5 consecutive #1 albums from 1998 to 2003, and basically carrying Def Jam on his back during that era. But when Jay stepped into that president's chair, X claimed the energy shifted completely. He believed Jay didn't want him to shine anymore, and even tried to sabotage the release of his 6th album, Year of the Dog. Again, by pulling strings to keep it from getting the same push and support as his earlier projects. Fans have long said Jay saw DMX as a major threat, and that once he had the power, he made sure X never got the chance to rise back to the top.
Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good.
We go back many years, man.
Exactly. It's been a few years since I've been here. But it's just like I seen him. It's just like I seen you like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
Nothing ever changes, man. That's why I like with real people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
When you with real people, you ain't gotta worry about changing. You ain't gotta worry about acting funny next time you see him or no extra. It's always gonna be the same thing every time you see me.
What I respect about you is you keep your passion, man. You keep your emotion,
Well, I mean, at this stage in the game, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna get me where I need to be. You know how I feel about it. And I feel strongly about this, man. I ain't gonna let a mother take it from me. Game is, man, the game is. If you wanna rap or sing or whatever, don't become a part of the game. You know what? Listen to a song I called The Industry. And that pretty much explains, saying what the industry. Man, it's not the same. The industry, it's not a game. The industry, real trying to get in the industry just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that, but I'm going to dress like this and talk with the gap. The industry
paid to be on Big Pimp. We didn't have that relationship. And to be honest, I don't think Pimp would have accepted a Jay-Z verse to be of equal value to him. So let's just break this bread and be done with it.
Right.
And to be honest, Pimp and Jay didn't really have a relationship in that sense. There was a lot of mutual respect, but Hov and I were always closer. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting a feature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, it was really just about, like, we worked very hard to get where we are. We're successful now for being purely who we have always said we were, Riding Dirty. Most critically acclaimed album we ever released. Gold album, not one music video. You know what I'm saying? And to get to that point and to possibly in his mind throw it all away, because this dude want to pay you some money to do a verse on a beat that you would never rap to. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like a lot. And it took a lot to kind of bring him back around to the idea of being a part of it, to the point where I just like reverse psychology. Like, do it then. Like, don't even worry about it. You ain't even gonna do it. I'm just telling you ain't gonna do it, you don't wanna do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Pee Wee, I'm gonna do it, man. I mean, he was glad it worked out, but Big Pimpin' was not like in his top 10 UGK songs. Like
He didn't even want to do another one.